How you going, people? I'm gonna have to do this in the garage. It's pretty windy outside. So I wanted to cover a few things on a couple past videos. So Monkey's up there sleeping. So on a couple of the past videos, get my drink out of the way. On a couple of past videos, there was some confusion and I guess, look, I've kind of figured out over the years that when you put up a video, I may be trying to get across one point, and majority of people may see it completely different than the point I was trying to make, and they'll make it about something else. So on the donut video, where I did donut operators full of crap, I just had the title to piss off these freaking little trolls that are coming here. Donut's great, he's wonderful, you suck. So I titled that, and then I noticed reading the comments, and most of the comments, I gotta admit, I don't know Donut Operator. I've never, like I said, I've seen maybe a couple of his videos where people have said, hey man, Donut just did a video on this, you ought to check it out and do a response or a video on it. So I've seen maybe, and I haven't even watched two of them, because I got so many videos I don't watch all the time. It's just, I usually just watch and go, okay, I'll do a video on it or I won't. So I can't say that I've watched one of his videos complete. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but some people were thinking that that video on Donut Operator was my opinion of him. I don't have enough information to have an opinion on him. I didn't think I was giving off an opinion, but evidently some people did. And they took it kind of, that confirmation bias. We see things, when people agree with us, we tend to agree with them, and therefore it kind of confirms that we're right and they're right, and therefore we must be right, and anyone disagrees must be wrong. So, look, some people were like, man, I used to like you, oh, I'm subscribing because you're cracking on Donut. I was like, dude, I didn't even think I cracked on him that much in there. I mean, I don't care if you want to unsubscribe, go ahead, but I mean, to make it on a choice, if you're only watching me because I like Donut, and now you think I don't, and I didn't even say I didn't like him. I just said if he said, which, again, I will say things in a video and I'll see other people post, well, Rick said this or Rick said that, and I'm like, I never said that. But that's what they heard, or that's what they got out of it. Remember, communication is a process, a sender, a message, a receiver, and feedback. Those are 4 parts of communication. Take any communication class, I don't know if they're still teaching that, but that's how we used to learn communication. 4 parts: sender, receiver, the message, and feedback. So if I want you to know that this coffee's good, the message is this coffee's good, I have to send that message to you. You have to receive it, and then when I receive feedback, I know if you got the message. So I go, man, this is good coffee. And you go, what the hell are you talking about? That's the feedback that tells me my message was lost. Well, when I'm doing videos, I have to do the video, and a lot of people say I repeat things, and I have to really drive home the point repetitively on what I'm trying to express, and that's what I'm trying to push in the video. And how do people perceive it, or how do they get it? From the feedback of the comments I get, you repeat too much, you talk too long, you say things you already said, we don't need to hear it, we're not all stupid, why do you keep... So, I mean, and again, my audience is always changing. My old viewers will get some of my things that I throw back to, or some of the things I say, or a joke that I make, and I'm being sarcastic, and you know it because you've seen the other videos, you know where I stand. But a new person, if that's their first or second video, they'll be like, man, where the hell is this guy coming from? He's full of shit. So look, I got no beef with Donut, okay? And some people were saying, well, he's only got a couple year experience of 3. Hey, if he graduated the police academy, he's got more experience than Mr. Ass Dude, who's running around telling everybody to buy my pepper spray. Because I know, I'm going to tell you how to survive in court. I'm going to tell you what to do to use for. I'm going to give you all this advice that's going to get your ass thrown in prison. And people are flocking to him. But whatever. I mean, I don't watch ass. I don't care. The only reason it's kind of personal between him is he makes his living off other people's videos, and he filed a copyright on me because I used one of his videos. And got me a copyright strike. So that's why it's kind of personal to me. I think he's a punk. But that's beside the point. If you want to go watch him and learn, and that's what I got out of the comments on the donut video was, I like Donut and I like you. You say things that I agree with. You might have more experience. Donut goes in more detail. So I kind of like the feedback that I was getting from that video from what I consider my rational viewers. Now, there was some irrational that were just like, screw you because you said something about Donut, you're an ass, and screw him because he only takes Cop's Guide and I like you. Look, and then I like this one guy's comment. This one guy's comment was classical. He's like, I hate all you damn cops. I don't care who you are. I commented like, hey, I appreciate your honesty. I don't care. I don't care, people. Come on. So that's the Donut thing. So I thought there was a lot of conflicting, but again, I think my core audience got it, and the people that watched the video got it. But the people that just read the title, oh man, he's cracking on Donut. He's a piece of shit. I don't want to hear nothing. And blah, and they just went to typing and running on the comments. So that's okay. I mean, I kind of did the comment to kind of stick it in those responsive type eyes because I knew they're not here to learn. They're not here to get something off the channel. They either want to be entertained. Oh, somebody said Donut was more entertaining than me or funny. I was like, okay. And what else did they say about Donut? I don't know, but I kind of feel like I know Donut Operator better from all the comments because I can filter through, you know, the far ends, and then the guys in the middle, I kind of felt like, hey, it looks like he's doing a pretty good job over there. I mean, look, I got people that say I always take the cop side, and I don't think I do. And a lot of people are saying that I don't know if he does or he doesn't, but I know how it is that, man, there's just some hardcore people that don't ever want you saying anything good about a cop. So that's the Donut video. The second video that I thought was kind of funny, that was kind of getting things, is the dude with the knife. I thought that video was freaking hilarious, but from the comments, there were people that thought that, and to me, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I got it wrong, but I thought the guy in the knife video, the big dude that was running at 120, pulling up his pants. I thought that was great, and I thought he was making fun of it, and it was satire. It was kind of like the opposite. He was trying to be funny. I did not think that he was serious. He was trying to do a knife training video. He was trying to sell a knife. I didn't get any of that, but there were some people that were like, that dude's an idiot. I'd never take a class from him. I don't know who he's training. I'm like, dude, I didn't think he was training anybody. I thought he was kind of making fun of himself, that he was overweight and slow, and it was funny at running 21 feet, and he threw a knife, and he was out of breath and pulling up his pants. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe everyone else is right. He's a trainer, and I didn't know it. But anyway, so those are two videos that I thought I wanted to clear up. Now, let's get to the meat of this video. On the video where the woman got yanked out of the car because she's looking at her damn phone, and the doctor students who were late, they needed to return their books, their doctor books to the library, took her car, borrowed her car, and threw her out, moved her out of the way and borrowed her car. In that video, a lot of people are asking, and I got this comment a lot, and usually when I get a lot of comments, I'm like, okay, I either missed the point or I'm not making it clear. Everybody was asking, would she have been okay shooting them? So, how many people say yeah? How many people say no? Ah, you're all dummies if you raise your hand. Look, it depends. It's totality of circumstances. If you or me were in that situation, we might be able to shoot, we might not. To say whether or not she could shoot just from the video would be jumping to a conclusion that probably would get you in trouble. That's why I don't like giving these clear-cut answers, and I think the people that claim to be legal experts and give you these clear answers on the law, I think they really don't understand the law. They've never been in court and watched the finagling and the exceptions and the mitigating facts and, well, this is that and this changed and who's got the better lawyer and who believes more, who's got more jury appeal and who doesn't, who got the better jury. They don't understand all those variables that come into play when somebody goes, well, the law says, and I did the law, so I'm protected. Well, that's because you're an idiot. I'm sorry, because that's just not how it works. So, could she shoot him? The reason why I can't answer that in that situation is I don't know what her state of mind was. I don't know what her training was. I don't know what her background was. I don't know how confident she was. I don't know if she knew the law where she was at. I don't know what was in her car. I don't know if it was her car or it was a rental car. And there's so many factors that could change whether or not deadly force would be authorized, and not even her personal factors. There's the legal factors. What state was she in? What was the law in their state? Is a carjacking different than a car theft? A lot of people were saying you can shoot for car theft, or you can only shoot because it's carjacking, or it was a violent, or they used a weapon when they grabbed her. So, and again, it's all interpretive, people. The law is so interpretive. That's why I tell you, ask for a lawyer, don't make a statement. And when you make your statement, it's got to be focused toward the law. Okay? Our system is based on conflict. Our system is based on adversarial relationships. Who thinks that being honest and a good person will keep you safe from the law? Raise your hand. Hey, you're a freaking idiot if you got your hand up. Nobody cares about honesty. There is no benefit to being honest in court. Well, but you take an oath, Rick, I swear, tell the truth. Well, yeah, whatever. Okay, everybody takes an oath in Congress too, whatever. Okay, an oath ain't nothing. It's a bunch of words. It only means something to somebody who has honor, integrity, and makes it mean something. But if it means something to you, it may get your ass thrown in prison. So, being honest, and I've always had a problem with this in our system, there is absolutely zero reward for honesty, for taking responsibility and accepting that you did wrong and made a mistake. I would wish, if there was a law that says, you know what, somebody that takes responsibility and admits that they made a mistake and is sorry for what they did, they can only get no more than 1/4 of the max time that the crime deserves. So if you kill somebody and you can get life, I don't know what 1/4 of life would be. Let's say life is 50 years or 100 years, whatever you want to do. That might not be a good example. But most crimes have low, mid, and high terms. So if you do this crime, you can get 5, 10, or 15 years, depending on what you did in the crime. Did you use a gun? Did you use a knife? Did you use fear? Did you just use a note? Did you give the money back? Did you not? Did you take the money under the ruse of I'm a religion and I'm going to protect you while you're a molesting kid? I mean, it all depends on how you do things, on whether or not the law is going to apply to you. So in a carjacking, for me to say, for you guys to ask me, and again, I'm not cracking on you for asking the question, I'm cracking on you for not understanding because you asked the question. I do this a lot on my horse channel. A lot of people will come on horse channel and ask a question about training a horse. My horse does this, how do I fix it? It's not isolated. You can't look at things in a box. It's totality of circumstances. And in that carjacking, it's totality of circumstances. You have to know all the facts, circumstances, what was in their mind, what did they perceive, etc. Remember, when a cop does force and uses a crime, the standard, which is why Amber Geiger shouldn't have been convicted, the standard is you must judge it against another cop with the same training and experience. Well, Rick, that's not fair because we're all subject to the same law. Well, that's because you're an idiot. I'm sorry. You can keep yelling that and preach it and go watch people's channels and comment about how you know the law, but that ain't the way that you can do that in Make-Believeville, but you ain't doing it in Realville, because I'm telling you, the law is fluid and it's not clear-cut. And it's as clear as mud, and it's very hard to maneuver through it, which is why we need lawyers and appeals and 3 appeals, and then after that appeal you have a federal appeal, and after that appeal you got a Supreme Court appeal, and then when you get a Supreme Court you got 9 justices supposed to be experts in the law, and they freaking rarely ever agree on anything. But you got idiots on the internet, got their law degree at Walmart, hey, the law's clear, I'm protected, you can shoot him. Man, when people tell you that, you need to think. Now, if I was in her shoes and somebody grabbed me out of my car and threw it down, would I shoot them? Yes. But Rick, you just said you can't. Well, but that's because you don't know why I would shoot him. It's kind of like if I asked you the question, if somebody pulls a gun on you and points it at you, can you shoot him? Who thinks you can shoot somebody that points a gun at you? Raise your hand. That's because you're an idiot. It ain't that simple. A cop just got arrested in Fort Worth because he went in the freaking backyard when he shouldn't have. He was sneaking around, has a police officer, and the person heard him, pulled a gun out, and he shot her through the window. And now he's charged with murder. But Rick, you just said if you point a gun, you can... No, you said that. I didn't say that. I asked the question, and you dummies raised your hand. So I'm telling you, that's another thing people come here and complain about. You can't call me dummy. I'm not coming here. Dude, if me calling you dummies offending you, you ain't got a chance in the law and court. You probably don't need to be here anyway. You probably don't even need to have a gun. But I don't like telling people they shouldn't have a gun. I think everybody have a gun. I'm pro-gun. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to this. So, for somebody to ask the question, hey, if somebody points a gun at you, is it legal to shoot them? Most lay people that don't understand will answer yes. And on the surface, it seems reasonable. But there's a cop that's being charged because it depends on totality of circumstances. Are you where you're supposed to be? Were you the primary aggressor? Did you do something to provoke the gun? There's all these questions that need to be answered. Now in that video, that woman was in a car. I don't know what her statement is. My statement, if you rip me out of my car, I have several guns, loaded firearms in my car, which I am lawfully authorized to have. And when you steal my car, you are stealing guns. And in my mind, anybody that would steal car and guns is a danger to the public and others and to me. Because you may come back and shoot me with my own gun, or you may pull a gun in my car and shoot me while you're stealing it. So is deadly force authorized for me if you steal my car? Absolutely. I'm going to shoot you because I am going to be fearful of you're going to get one of my guns and use it against me or someone else. And you're going to have my car, and now I've given you guns, and me being a law-abiding good citizen that wants to support the ATF and gun laws, I don't know if you're unauthorized to have a gun. And if you take my gun, I got to assume you're committing a felony. And since now again, there's a difference between car theft and carjacking. Now, it may just be the terminology, and some people may say car theft with aggressive acts or whatever, but usually cops define there's a difference between my car was stolen and I was carjacked. Carjack normally implies force or fear was used against you. I either pulled you out of the car, I fought you for the car, I beat you up for the keys to your car, I pulled a gun on you and said, give me your car. That falls more under carjacking, which is a higher level of car theft. If somebody breaks in and just steals your car, can you shoot them while they're driving away? Probably not. In Texas, if they do it on your property, you can. If they do it off the property, it's still going to be iffy. If it's at night, you're probably more protected. But if you have guns in your car, or you have something in there that can be used as a weapon that is a danger to others, then your justification goes up. Same thing with my signs I'm putting out. People are like, why are you putting up signs? Why don't you do purple paint? Why do you need signs? Who's trespassing? You freaking idiots. Come on, people. Try to keep up. Those signs ain't for me. It ain't to warn people. It's to protect me if somebody trespasses, that it makes my case stronger that they knew they shouldn't have been here. They can't say, I was going to drop off free cookies from the Girl Scouts. I was going to just come say hi. I was going to ask him if he wanted cake. No, no, no. You entered a property that was plainly marked. By the way, I have a video on purple paint. All these people coming here, just paint purple. Just painting purple don't cut it. Because now I got to prove that you knew the law. Well, Rick, ignorance of the law is no excuse. That's because you're an idiot. People use ignorance of the law all the time. It all depends. If you're being convicted, you can't claim ignorance of the law. But if you want to make a mistake, or you got a good lawyer, you got somebody, ignorance of the law can't come into factor because it goes to state of mind. When I did what I did, was I attempting? Did I have malicious intent? Did I have willful and wanton disregard for the law when I did this? Or was it a mistake of fact? Was it I didn't know? Was it I didn't see the purple paint? And even if I saw the purple paint, I didn't know about purple paint. Well, I got purple paint and signs. And I got beware of dog, and I got private property, and I got under video surveillance. So anybody that comes up in front of my house knows that you're probably not welcome unless I called you and told you to come. And that's the way I want it, because that gives me more protection when I find somebody on my property. Totality of circumstances. I got all these people coming here. What the hell are you putting up signs for? Who you worried about? Why do you think somebody's going to approach it? Why are you freaking dummies? I ain't putting it up for me. I'm putting it up for the dummy that crosses it so he's got less of a defense when whatever happens, happens. When I'm in fear of my life because somebody's on my property that shouldn't be here. That's why the signs are there. But I digress. I was supposed to be on vehicle theft. Auto theft, know your state law. Know the difference between auto theft and carjacking. Car theft. Is it just a theft? Is it a misdemeanor? Is it a felony? Does it depend on the value? In California, it used to be you had to steal $400. It was petty theft. And I think they might have raised it by now. But any gun of any value is considered grand theft in California. Because a gun, even though it's worth $15, it's a gun. It's a felony. It's considered grand theft. So it goes up to a much higher level of crime because it's a gun. Now, if I steal your purse and there's a gun in it and I don't know there's a gun in it, doesn't matter. If I act because I know there's a gun, I'm acting on what's reasonable. Okay? If a criminal doesn't act reasonable and check the purse to make sure there isn't a gun, that's not my problem. So, I wanted to kind of, and again, a lot of my answers probably doesn't clear it up. People are like, man, he just freaking double talked the shit out of me. I still don't freaking know. That's good. That's what I want you to realize. Because until you admit you don't understand and you don't know, you can't learn. The people that run around, I know the law, and they're quoting this, and it's a magazine, it's not a clip, and it's fully automatic instead of fully semi-automatic, and you know, and they get into all this word terminology and think it's somehow important, and you know, it just doesn't matter. You need to understand that every situation is judged on the totality of those situations. What was in the state of mind? Was the state of mind reasonable? And how do you determine reasonable? If it's a cop, you use a cop. If it's a citizen, you use another citizen. So that's why a lot of times you'll see different rulings from cops doing something and civilians doing something. I don't think it ought to be that way, but that's the way it is. So you can come here and hate on me and say I'm taking the cop's side, I'm a bootlicking, whatever. But I'm just telling you, cops get judged by other cops. And citizens get judged by other citizens. And doctors get judged by other doctors. And lawyers get judged by other lawyers. I'm not making this shit up. That's just the way it is. So, you know, hopefully I cleared something up. And even if I don't clear it up, even if I create more questions than I give answers, to me, that's knowledge. Because when people question things, they have a choice to either learn, research, become more proficient in that area, or they don't. But it's their choice. But by making you critically think and understand that it's not simple, it's not easy, it's not black and white, and anybody that tells you, oh yeah, you could shoot him, oh I'd have shot him if he did that, well you may have, and you may have had justification, and your statement may have protected you. But someone else in the same situation may not. And if they shot because you said it was okay to shoot, then they can call AFS for legal advice or legal assistance while they're in prison, see if they'll put money on their books. All right? So, anyway, covered a few things there. Damn, I didn't even get to drink my damn coffee. Sometime my voice goes out. Smokey slept through the whole thing. Smokey Moke! You didn't say hi to YouTubies! Shut up, Dad. I'm sleeping. He goes, I use deadly force every day. If a mice runs in my area, deadly force is authorized. I take care of business. All right, we'll end that there.